indication of acceleration and then top end speed. We used to take the 0 to 10 split, but I don't think it's very reliable. It's easy to cheat it even with really great gates, and the variability between rep to rep for a first 10 meter split is really great in the context of the entire time span that a 10 meter would take. So that first 10 meters might have a variability of 0.1 seconds or so, which is massive compared to the time that it takes to run that 10 meters. So you don't necessarily know whether you ran faster or if you just caught a good rep with high variability, and the time doesn't necessarily represent the performance.
Why you guys were using the black Just Jump mat and now you're on the Fusion Sport mat? Why did you make the switch?
So we've used the Just Jump mat for years. We got about 6 or 7 years worth of data on vertical jump and approach jump and single leg jumps using a Just Jump mat, and it's a good option if you need to use it. It's relatively cheap, about $600. The test setup is incredibly easy. Literally just pull the thing out and it's ready to go. Turn it on. But the analytics are quite simple, and more importantly, the reason we moved away from it this year is we did some in-house testing, which we will publish, looking and comparing the Smart Jump mat from Fusion Sport, the Just Jump mat, which is what we have used in the past, and the My Jump app, which has been validated against a force platform. And we found that there's a really huge variability between the Just Jump mat, which is what we've used in the past, and the other two. The other two are pretty interchangeable. In fact, we've gotten it to the point where we have taken enough data points across enough people that we've actually have essentially a conversion for one to the other. It's a non-linear conversion. We're pretty confident in it. We're going to convert all our old test results so that we are using can compare it to the Smart Jump results, or the real results. It's a little eye-opening because they get way less. The numbers get way less, probably as much as probably 6 inches on average, maybe as much as an 8-inch differential. And obviously, guys don't like to see that. It's not what's going to be comparable to maybe other facilities now, because other facilities are using kind of BS measures like the Just Jump and the Vertec. But one of the things that we pride ourselves on is always using the best method and if a new method comes along, if a new piece of equipment comes along, if a new training technique comes along, we're going to move ourselves to that. And I don't think it would fall in line with our overall overarching philosophy to use antiquated equipment when we know and have something that is more accurate. So we validated the Just Jump mat. It's much more logistically feasible to use than the My Jump application. It fits in well with what we're trying to do. It has some nice streamlined features as well, and more advanced analytics that the Just Jump mat does not have. So we're going to convert our old test results, and then I guess have to explain to people that their verticals aren't as high as they once thought they were, but they're accurate.
So pretty much Matt and Dev don't jump very high.
I jump 40 inches.
Combine all the two
I don't jump 40 inches. Combine.
When it gets to technical breakdown, just keep it honest. If it starts to look real ugly, like you could get another rep, but when you blow a vertebrae out of your back, stop.
Do that
before
rep
that.
and then stop
before that point.
Oh.
Push in general allows us to do a handful of things that we wouldn't be able to do with traditional methodology. We can look at metrics for power and velocity. Right now, the more specific answer is we haven't had any heavy weights on our back, so we're doing a push predictive test using 5 sets of 3 at sub-maximal loads. The heaviest we'll get to is about 85-ish% of their predicted max. We're going to look at the velocity curve across those different loads, be able to figure out what their predicted max is. We found this to be a little bit more accurate than a rep max or other methods. And then when they're done, just to kind of validate and get in a little bit of extra training volume, we're going to do a predicted rep max test following our push test. So this fits really well with where we are this time of year to do the predicted test, because they've only had about 75% on their back for squats. So to go to a full 1RM test probably wouldn't be advisable with just 2 weeks of training under their belt. So the push test will probably just take them to 85-ish% on their back, just 3 reps, so it's still sub-max, able to get in a safe test and still get in some kind of volume afterwards.